Hello there, welcome to Daddy and Rain YouTube Kitchen. Thank you so much for your subscription, and if you are new here, kindly remember to subscribe, to like, comment and share. Also, don't forget to hit on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new video that I'll be posting here. So today I'm going to show you how I managed to prepare some tasty chapati. Yeah. So remember to follow my steps until the end to get the right results. So karibuni jikoni kwangu. Pumpkin. So like I've introduced the wheat flour, and we need some salt. We need some cooking oil. And for me, I use heated cooking oil. Like you can see here on my gas stove, I already have heated it and it's kind of cooling, and I'll tell you the reason why. So that is the secret behind my yummy chapattis, you know. So salt, I know there are those who add sugar and salt, but I prefer putting sugar if at all these chapattis are meant for breakfast, if you're going to take them with some juice or tea. But if they are meant for dinner, I do salt. I put in some salt. So let me show you how I go about this. So let's start off. Sorry, I didn't introduce some water. It's advisable that you use lukewarm, but for me, I like hot. And the reason is that because it will enable my wheat flour to get steamy and soft. So I prefer using very hot. So let's start off. Number one, like I told you, I had heated my cooking oil. So I'll transfer it into this cup. This is heated cooking oil. Don't use warm, cold. Yeah, you can see this cooking oil. And so we'll put some flour, depending with the number of chapatis that you want to prepare. So for me, just prepare, would like to prepare about 10. So I won't be using a lot. Then we put that aside. So this is the wheat flour that I got over here. Then I will add some salt. Where is that salt? Oh. Here is the salt. Some people choose to mix the salt in water, so it doesn't matter. You can also do that. So just a bit. Don't put too much. And then mix with the flour. So ensure you mix so well. Then after that, mix with the cooking oil. Put in the cooking oil in the flour and then mix. So this is the secret behind tasty chapati. Warm cooking oil mixed directly with wheat flour. Just like that. So I've tried out several steps, but no step beats this one. You know, no recipe or no method of cooking chapati that I've tried out beats this one, because I tend to find these chapatis that I make so tasty. You know, I used to put some cooking oil after baking or after kneading, sorry. But then I realized that if I put the cooking oil before and mix so well, before kneading, then I get the best results. And by the way, I learned this from my mother. They say every girl is a copy of their mother. And I think that is really true. But one thing for sure I can tell you, my mother prepares tasty chapattis. Actually, tasty. Hey, nothing beats the village chapattis, by the way. So I have mixed this so well. Have a look. This is it. This is how it is. So if you mix, you just get a fine texture, though with a bit of lumps, which is okay now. You can test just to tell whether the salt is enough. To me, that's okay. I don't want to add more salt. So once you're done with that step, this is what you do. Add some hot water. Let it not be so hot to harm you. So put hot water. Do not put too much. I usually like using the spoon because remember the water is very hot and it can burn you in the case you use with bare hands. So you mix at a small part as you bring in more flour from the sides. So I usually start mixing from the center of the wheat flour. So until I feel like the mixture is kind of, the dough is cool enough, then I'll use my hands. But for now, let me just try and mix using this spoon. So make sure you get some sticky, soft results. Sticky, soft results. Remember, we want some soft chapattis. So already you can tell that this is sticky and not tough. But it shouldn't be as soft as that one for mandazi. So somebody is wondering, so once this dough is this sticky, what happens? What do I do? How am I going to remove it from this pan? So remember, I left behind some cooking oil, and you just put it on the palm of your hand and you mix. Take some more. So it helps to reduce the stickiness. The cooking oil will help to reduce the stickiness, but then it will just, the dough will stay soft. And make sure when you put the cooking oil, you mix so well. It is important that in this step also you put in some warm cooking oil, not cold. So once you add some warm cooking oil, you realize that this flour gets even more lighter than it was. So this cooking oil is still warm, and you put enough. You see, it's not that sticky because of the warm cooking oil. And it already tastes like chapati, imagine. Yet we haven't started cooking. Have a look. So let me mix the cooking oil so well. So I have covered. You cover it so tight so that it doesn't lose the moisture. So this is also another secret to add some soft textured chapattis. So I'm covered inside and I'm putting this on the top. Have a look. So I'll let it stay aside for some, like we said, 30 minutes. So let us check out our dough, because it's a high time that we start cooking. I know you can't wait. It's been a while. So you'll put this one is now wetted. So, and remember, my hands are clean. Let's see. This is the results that you need. So soft. You know, after you cover, the flour is moist enough and very soft. You see? Can you get such a result? If you get to this step, then you know that your chapatis are going to be so soft and tasty. So I'll get another paper to cover. I like my chapatis moist, so I keep covering them all the time. So I'm going to cut this into this shape or this size. So this is how we go about. So the sizes are like this, they are the same, and you measure using this part over here. So this is how you scoop. This will help you get the same size across. Remember, I wanted to prepare some 10 chapatis, so I'm not sure I'm going to get 10. So let's go. So what matters is the size. You know, there are people who prepare chapatis and their chapatis vary in size. So maybe the way you measure is what matters. So you see, always cut using that part of the finger. So easy. And what is remaining? So that is it. So you realize that all my chapatis are going to be of the same size. Of the same size. So here they are. So I would like to return them on this other tray so that I can cover them remember, I don't want them to lose the moisture, you remember? Yeah. So once I cover them over here, I'm going to get the results that I really want. So most likely they might merge, but it doesn't really matter. So if you get enough space, you can actually use that space. So as usual, make sure you cover. Just like that, just to maintain the moisture in here. So let's start cooking. So we need a clean, dry rolling pin for this step. So you take a bit of wheat flour, then put on the surface, not so much actually. Then take one roll of dough here and keep covering the rest. Keep the rest covered. Then put it over here. As you can see, you see the way it's so soft and smooth. And you roll. 1, let me teach you how to roll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. We want it thin. 10 and 11. You see, the more you roll, the larger the circle. So just like that, and you keep repeating the same step. You keep turning. Now smear some cooking oil on the flattened dough like that, and make sure you smear equally or evenly like that, and let it be enough. Like that. You see? Let me move my camera near. So there. Just like that. And then you fold. So you can decide to fold on this side. This is how you fold. You hold these two ends like this. Then you bring it back like that. Then like this. So these are the layers, and no wonder I told you that these are going to be layered chapattis. So if you don't get the layers, then you won't have that outcome, you see. And once you've done that, join like this, bind together. So bind it together like this, or press it hard together like this, so that it can even in the way that you're pressing, you're actually elongating the size. It gets longer and longer. So if you actually kneaded your flour so well, it is not going to break. So, and remember, even as you press it hard, the layers can be seen. See? And then now you start rolling from the corner. Do like this. Take it slowly, round, 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 round. Can you see the layers that are going to be part of your chapati? These are the layers that are going to be part of this chapati. So like that. like that, and put it, get a bit of cooking flour somewhere, put it aside, and cover with a piece of cloth so that you can maintain the moisture. So we're going to repeat the same for all the chapattis that we got here. So if you haven't understood that step, let me repeat once again. So I know that is so easy. Yeah. Steps to be followed for layered chapattis. So this is it. We've made our layers, and now it is time to start cooking. So let's cover them as usual to maintain the moisture. So I'll pick one at a time as I fry it on the pan. I know you love the process already. Come with me. So behind me, if you can see, I am heating my pan over here. This is the pan that you're going to use for chapati. Remember, I did heat some cooking oil earlier on it. And so let's start off, guys. So make sure that the pan gets enough heat as it requires. Let's follow these steps once again. A bit of flour, not so much. Pick one, as you can see. And remember, guys, I didn't mention this. It's been another 30 minutes of staying. So I've let them stay for 30 minutes covered. Okay. And you can tell that they're looking so amazing. So it's time we prepare them for cooking. So 1, 2. Remember, we need some really nice shape, since this is the final step. So if you want them very thin, it's okay. If you want them a bit thick, it's okay. But now, if you want the layers, let them not be so thin. Okay. So let's check if our pan is ready or heated up. So this is it. Let's put it in the pan. Just like that. And let it cook for a while. Worry not about what I'm preparing here. It's the stew that I serve with the chapattis. So do not turn the chapattis until they slightly cook. Yeah? So let me bring the camera closer so you can get to see. At this step, you're not supposed to put some cooking oil. Just let it cook. Then when one side is slightly cooked, you turn. Slightly cooked, remember. You roll over or you flip over. Just like that. So I'm not going to completely to prepare them to the final stage of eating, but then I'll let them like this, and I'll show you how I'll ensure that they're really cooked well. Okay. So as you can see, once it starts turning golden brown, place it somewhere aside. This is not yet ready. It's just the first step of cooking. So we'll prepare another and repeat the same step. It cooks with the cooking oil that I used when kneading. It is in the first final step that we shall put the cooking oil. Okay, so it is important that you always cover this. Once again, a reason being to maintain the moisture so that our chapattis can be so soft. So let's flip this one. Have a look. So this is the result that we want. Let the chapati cook without cooking oil first. So let me go roll another as this one cooks. this is actually not the end result if you're thinking so. So this is the outcome, the first step that we've done if you've been following. And now we want to cook. So you can stop here and cook your chapattis the next day. This way they won't go bad, you know. Or you can prepare just a few and leave some for another day. So these chapattis, as you can see, you can stay for a week, and whenever you want to prepare any, you put in the, you fry on the pan, and then they are as fresh as never before. So let's do the final step. The final step, we need some cooking oil. So just a bit on the pan, and then you reduce the amount of heat. Then put some chapati and flip it around like that. Put another, you can decide to prepare 2 at a go, and put some cooking oil on top of it. But don't use so much of cooking oil, just a small amount. Remember, we did use a lot of cooking oil while we were kneading. And you let it now cook so well. So you keep checking. So let it not burn, but let it be golden brown in color. Like that. Then add some cooking oil on this other part, and you repeat the same process. Then you turn this one because this part hasn't been well cooked. Add some cooking oil. And keep checking if the other part is cooked. So you're going to repeat the same steps for all of the chapattis. Wow, I like the results. I'm yet to show you, so close and turn. So closer. So you need this outcome for the best results. And so, after every exam, there must be some results. And this is our end result. So it's time to verify whether our chapattis have some layers or not. And this is the first one. So let me just try to cut to see whether the layers are there. So this is what I was telling you. These are the layers. I don't know if you can see, or rather it's just me who is seeing the layers. See, you can peel off the upper one, the upper layer, very hot. You can peel off the upper layer like that. So this is a layered chapati. Peel off the upper layer, just like that. So you keep eating a layer after another. So thanks for watching, and bye. So you can try this at home.